Well, hello there, everybody. And as you may have noticed recently, we've hit a bit of a milestone here on the channel. We've passed 5,000 subscribers. So to mark this occasion, we're going to go back to where it all began, American Truck Simulator. Yep, way back when I had about 5,000 fewer subscribers than I do right now, I actually started with American Truck Simulator videos. If we have a look at my channel in terms of its oldest videos, you can see we started out cruising along the west coast of the United States.
On the road we go.
Alright, so we're about to start a new job. Beautiful day here in Kansas. We see Old Glory there billowing in the wind. So let's hit the road. Now, I'll be honest with you. After all this time, after all these years of recording and, celebrating this many subscribers, I've had to abandon the original video I recorded. So the original video I recorded, it was a perfect one for this, driving into Dodge City in Kansas, aptly named place to be heading to in this truck for this 5,000 subscriber milestone, pulling a double trailer as well. But I was just thinking to myself, the graphics in this Kansas DLC look really awful. It got to the point where I thought, no, there must be something wrong. These are looking like PlayStation 1 era graphics, which, I haven't got the beefiest machine, but it should definitely be showing things better than that. And then, yeah, sure enough, when I finished recording, I had a look, and for some reason, all the graphical settings had gone to low. Yeah, this is a do-over. This is a do-over. And luckily, I get to as I drive on the wrong side of the road. Easily rectified, easily rectified. Have we got a red light? I'm assuming we have, because this guy's here. He's also stopped. Let's just drive through. If a train comes through, it's going to hit him, not me. All right, there we go. Let's get ourselves through. Well, that was me beeping the horn and clipping the curb. Don't worry about that. But yeah, there were a couple of minor pranks and accidents in that first recording, but now you don't have to see them. But you do get to see me get a speeding ticket. Oh, dearie me. What am I doing? Anyway, we're driving through Dodge City, as we say, an aptly named place for us to be. As for many years, this channel was known as, let's get the cruise control on there. Just as I hit the cruise control, the speed limit goes up. Just Dodgy Gamer for years. I have recently, as you may have noticed, rebranded, going for DG as a channel name. It's just one of those things. I thought, Dodgy Gamer, I'd always get comments about it. Oh, why do you have that name? That's some people would say they found it a bit amusing. Some would be not so kind with their words about it or make some silly jokes about it. So then I just decided, you know what, let's shorten it down. Lots of my regular viewers will call me DG in comments, so let's just go for DG there as well. So there you go. But yes, American Truck Simulator, this was where we started with the channel back in the day. So the thinking behind that was that I always wanted to do Football Manager content as the kind of the main focus. I'm going to have to let that car out. As the main focus of my channel. But I didn't just want to throw myself into Football Manager because I knew my first videos would be rubbish. And I thought, if Football Manager is what I want to build my channel around, I don't want my first Football Manager videos to be rubbish and nobody's going to want to watch them, and it'll be difficult to recover my audience, after they've been put off by that first video of mine they saw. And one of my main concerns, as we just speed out onto the road without checking first if the road's clear, one of my main concerns about starting a channel was I thought, how will I manage to keep talking, like, without repeating myself, without hesitating and umming and ahhing and backtracking? How can I become comfortable talking in front of the camera? Or just, whilst recording a video. Did those videos that I recorded for American Truck Simulator were without a webcam? Sorry, that is just because my steering stick is also... Hope there's no train coming. If there is... Okay, we could have had a great clippable moment, but we're getting down this dirt track. But, yes. I didn't have a webcam on in those days, but I thought, I've got to get myself used to talking for the duration of a video. And if, You know, a game like American Truck Simulator, there's not much happening. You're just driving along the road. So I've got to be able to keep myself talking and to get a good quality of talk going. So that was my thinking behind starting off with American Truck Simulator. So back when I had about 5,000 or so fewer subscribers than I do right now, that's what I was doing. American Truck Simulator videos. We did a bit of Euro Truck Simulator as well. Civilization was also featured early in the days of the channel. And then we brought in some, I don't know why I'm using an indicator on this dirt track, but you know, just good habits die hard. What can I say? First venture into Football Manager was Football Manager Mobile. Again, it was all just about some kind of throwaway videos where I could afford to get it wrong. And then by the time we got round to that first Football Manager 2018 video, right, I've got to get round here somewhere, somehow. Yeah, when we get round to that first Football Manager 2018 video, as it was at the time, then it'll hopefully be a good one. It'll be a doozy. Still had a lot to learn about the Football Manager space. Let me just get that extra wing mirror off. There we go. Because once we got the internal view, we don't need it. But yeah, shout out to you if you were around when any of those things I've just been talking about were regular output on the channel. So if you did watch those early Truck Simulator videos, or things like Civilization, Football Manager Mobile, shout out to you. Even if you didn't, you know, please do let me know. Let me know with a quick comment. What was the first video of mine that you watched? Or what was the first series that you remember watching? I'd be keen to know where you jumped on this train or this truck as it is today. All right, let's see. How are we going to get ourselves out of here? Well, it looks like a nice easy loop around. But yeah, obviously, and of course there'll have been those of you who've dipped in and out over the years who watched some of my videos, and then the way the algorithm works, it doesn't show you any of those videos for a while, but then maybe you come back into it. So yeah, be interested to know where you started with this channel as well. Now, of course, I'm aware that 5,000 subscribers, it's a significant milestone. There's some who might say 5,000 subscribers in what, almost 6 years is not anything to write home about or shout out about. And I know, of course, especially in the Football Manager space, there are creators who get like, you know, 5,000 subscribers in those weeks of beta release of the Football Manager games. But of course, those are people who have 100,000 subscribers already and who, you know, do this full time. I don't. Again, you know, well, I said in my previous video with Kofu Ventfore in Japan that I was, you know, I'd been away for a long time and I was going to find a way to get back to regular content. And here we are, over a week later, doing an American Truck Simulator video. Time, yeah, it's been difficult recently. I've had, I would say, if I'm honest, over the last couple of years of Football Manager, since, you know, that period of time when we were, all of us, required to spend more time at home for largely the same reasons, if you know what I'm talking about. Then, of course, there was plenty of time to get things created. Not a train coming, is there? Probably not. All right. But yeah, it's been difficult to be consistent over the last couple of years. Certainly the demands of my job, you know, that's a job where I work 6 days a week. There's 1 day a week when, you know, I work from morning till evening. Yeah, so that's quite a demanding job. And then, of course, I've got my family, and obviously my priority when I'm not at work is to spend some quality time with my family. And then there's also the fact that right here, and this explains the gaudy curtains behind me, I'm in the corner of the living room, so I kind of have to wait for everyone to go off to bed. And sometimes, if I've had a long day at work, now that my kids are older as well, and they don't go to bed at like 8 p.m., 9 p.m. like they used to, then sometimes, you know, it gets to 10:30 p.m. and it's like, right, got a choice now. I could stay up until 12:30, 1 o'clock, recording and then editing, so I've got some stuff to put out on the channel later this week. Or I could go to bed and make sure I'm well rested for tomorrow. And increasingly, over the last year or so, that kind of idea of, yeah, let's go to bed and keep myself rested, that's kind of won out more often than not. I did get a very lovely comment, actually, just as I sat down to record this, which I will pop up on screen as a screenshot in the edit. Little mental note to myself to do that. But from a viewer saying that they really enjoy my content and they just wish I could do more of it, and they like my style and things like that. So thank you very much for that comment. It was much appreciated, as all the comments I've received over the last several years. Everyone who's watched, liked, subscribed, or, you know, even if you just watched a bit and you haven't liked and subscribed, if I'm honest, when I watch a lot of stuff on YouTube, I very rarely hit the like or subscribe buttons on videos, but I'll keep going back to the channels that I do enjoy watching. But yes, thank you very much to all of you. It's much appreciated. All right, I better watch out. I'm going to get another speeding ticket if I'm not careful. There we go. We're back in the center of Dodge City. We've picked up our trailer, and now we're back on the way. We've got 57 minutes of in-game time in which to complete this job. So let's just get the cruise control on. We could do 31, 32 miles an hour. We got caught at a lie. Every time I get the cruise control working, something like this happens. But anyway, let's keep going. So yeah, I mean, the other thing I would say, just circling back to what I said about, you know, that there are channels out there in the Football Manager space and in the general gaming space where they will get, you know, 5,000 viewers in a couple of weeks, or, you know, even quicker. But of course, yeah, like I said, those guys are often full-time creators, professional creators, part-time creators. For me, this has always been and remains a hobby. It's something, you know, I enjoy doing. You know, I've enjoyed gaming pretty much all my life, since I was a little kid, back in the Commodore 64 days. Let's get the cruise control on this time. We got it to work. And I just enjoy having the opportunity to sit down and share some of these moments and have a look at these games and explore some of those Football Manager stories with you guys. So that's why I do it. And, you know, if I get, you know, if I get a core group of people watching who enjoy that content with me, that's absolutely fantastic. That's what I'm after. That's what I'm after. Now, having said that time is a struggle at some points. Now, I have been extra busy at work recently. That's going to be improved in the new year. We're adding to our team. We're expanding our team, which means I'm going to hopefully have more time and energy in the evenings to devote to building up this channel and continuing. Now we've hit 5,000. Next target's 10, isn't it? So maybe it's a good time to talk about the future of the channel as well. I mean, I do think sometimes, and this will sound stupid considering everything I've just said about struggling to find time to keep my basic Football Manager series going, but sometimes I do think about, you know, a second channel and diversifying things a bit. So could I get a channel out where perhaps I keep Football Manager on this channel and then I have a second channel? Look at that again. Again, we got the cruise control on and we immediately had to knock it off. I think we can go through, can't we? Yeah, and then maybe a second channel where we do things like Truck Simulator, maybe some other driving games and things like that. You know, is that something that you would subscribe to if we had like a DG2 channel? Or would you rather I just focused on this channel and getting my Football Manager content out on a regular basis? Also, the other thing to think about, of course, with that is, I mean, you know, like I said, the origins of this channel, there was a variety of games featured on a regular basis. It became a dedicated Football Manager channel later, and then we did reach that point where, you know, if I upload something that isn't Football Manager or sports management related, in terms of views and engagement, it tanks compared to my regular videos. The exceptions are things like Pro Basketball Manager, Tennis Manager, when we do the first looks at those always get good views, but when, you know, when I try some other game that's not related to sports or management, those tend to not perform so well. But what's your feeling? Let me know in the comments for this as well. What's your feeling about other content being on the channel, like other games? Whether it's Truck Simulator, or we start a regular series with one of the other sports management games, or just something completely different, like an RPG style game. Because, you know, I enjoy them all. So I'd be happy to create content on them all. It's just a matter of, you know, would you watch it, or would you prefer it to be... Oh, let's get the other indicator on. Would you prefer it to be mainly Football Manager content? Do let me know in the comments. Your voice in these things is always appreciated, of course. Now, we have over the years built up this channel with a few thousand subscribers. Is it safe for me to turn? I'm going to say yes. Now, of course, one other thing that's taken away from my time for YouTube in the last 18 months has been TikTok, the kind of explosion in popularity that I've experienced over on TikTok. Now, that's something to perhaps explore in another video. I'll save that one for another day. But I think there are a few different reasons, a few different factors that combined, I think, in order for me to reach that 66,000 followers on TikTok. I think there's only possibly one Football Manager focus creator, Rue, who's got more followers than I have on TikTok. So yeah, obviously that takes up time that could be spent on YouTube videos, but oops, that's me accidentally blasting the horn again. But you know, that's been something that's been great fun over the last year and a half. It's just a completely different vibe. Now, I could reverse park this, but then what we've done, probably about 15 minutes, 20 minutes or so of video so far. If I try to reverse park this video is going to be about 2 hours long. So let's play it safe. Let's play it safe for now. There we go. Now let's see. Oh, well, there we go. It's right in front of us. Right in front of us. That's where we need to be. So let's do that. But yeah, if you aren't subscribed to me or following me as it is over there on TikTok, please do go and check it out. The link is down in the description. Like I say, it's a fun place to be. Certainly a different approach to content creation, but I think it's had a big influence on my... So there we go, perfectly done, perfectly into place. It's had a big influence, actually, on my YouTube content, because I feel that, you know, if you look at some of my Football Manager content, particularly with the Vaduz series, and then the Robin Hood series before that, it's much snappier, there's a faster pace, and that's come around because of how I've had to adapt my content for TikTok. So, lovely wintry scene here. It's a shame we don't have snow in the base game. I know you can download mods to give you the snowy effect, but I would love to see this in the base game. But yeah, so there you go. I've rambled on a lot. I can't remember what I've said now and what I was going to say, but I haven't. But yeah, 5,000 subscribers. So thank you to all of you who've been along on this journey, whether it's right from the beginning, in the last couple of months, or somewhere in between. Really appreciate every one of you, every minute that you've watched, every time you've clicked like, every time you've left a comment. All very much appreciated. And we're on the road to 10,000 now, and I hope you'll continue driving along that road with me. I just about managed to get that last bit out. And the New Mexico DLC as well. And there we go. Good thing nobody's out walking their dog at the moment. I mean, I didn't ever intend to be a truck simulator channel. Again, I don't see any traffic lights, so I'm just going to shoot through here. Nearly another massive accident. Oh my god, dearie me. Full of rookie mistakes today, aren't I?